All right, here's what you need. Pan about, this is for one serving, pan about that size. If you're doing two servings, may as well use a big Dutch oven, but that's what I use for one person. Popcorn, you know. Then one serving is 40 grams. And that's just about right for me. I'm going to eat the finished popcorn in this bowl later, so make use of it. Almost there. If you go over a smidge, it's fine. And delicious. All right, so that's 40. So now related to this, I'm going to put the oil in before I turn on the heat. Doesn't really matter, but that's what I do. And then I think it's normally about a tablespoon. I just do it that much. Doesn't cover the whole bottom, but it's getting there. So then, I don't know if you have a gas stove or not. I put it at medium high. And then there's a lot of talk of putting a couple kernels in, 3 or 4, and don't put all the popcorn in until the kernel pops. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So I put it in now. I do. So the oil's getting hot already. I like to try to do this to get all the kernels covered in the oil. So then I've done this so often, I'll screw around and crank up the heat to just hurry things up. And then when it starts popping, I put it back down to probably 5 or 4. Guessing this is going to take another 45 seconds or so. One thing I almost always forget, half the time I'll forget, is I'll get the popcorn out, then I'll start cleaning it and forget that I like to add butter. If you're lactose intolerant, don't put butter on. But if you're not, put butter on, and I'll show you. It's probably a tablespoon and a half of butter is what I like. When you're videotaping, apparently it does take longer to start popping. And then have switched to putting this on at the end. It's delicious. You can oversalt it, so be careful. You can't unsalt something. And then if in the mood, I will add pepper as well. So it's salt and pepper. I think I'm just going buttered and salt today. All right. I'll mix it up so that the kernels get all oily. I think it's been a minute, so I was wrong in my estimate. There it goes, those first popcorn. I haven't turned it down yet. I'll probably get at least a dozen pops in before I start turning it down. Now it's going to come pretty hot and heavy and fast. All right, turning it down to 5. And this should be enough to finish the deal. And then when this starts to get pretty high, which will probably be in 15 or 20 seconds, it should be done. Then I turn off the heat. I'm going to finish without heat. Similar to landing an airplane. When you're landing an airplane, once you're over the landing strip, you turn off the throttle, take the throttle fully out, and you're just floating. Similar to popcorn. Popcorn and piloting are very similar. And it's a nice alliteration. All right, so I've done this a million times. I know it's getting close to done. So I'm turning off the throttle, turning off the heat. I think slim chance I turned it off too soon, but let's see. All right, so it's not popping anymore. Yep, no kernels, that was good. All right, so right now is when I throw the butter in. And it can be frozen butter. I just happen to have this ready. And then you take it off to melt it faster. And these pans are stupid. If you clean it and get all that stuff off, the next time you do it, it comes back. So I'll just do that when we're ready to move. That's it. Love you. Bye.